Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, the channel where we break down the truth behind every headline so you can make smarter decisions in the world of global currencies. Today's headline is Making Waves Everywhere. Iraqi Dinar News 2025, the real truth behind 448 claims. If you've seen those bold claims online about the Iraqi dinar suddenly shooting up to over $4 per dinar, you're not alone. But what's really going on behind those viral posts? Let's dig into it together and uncover the facts. What if I told you that the Iraqi dinar could be on the verge of something massive? Right now, financial circles around the world are buzzing with talk of a potential revaluation that could change everything. For years, investors have watched and waited for signs that Iraq's currency might finally take off. Today, we're diving deep into the latest updates, breaking down the numbers, and separating fact from fiction about these wild 448 revaluation rumors. Whether you're a long-time dinar holder or just curious about what's going on, this episode will give you the clarity you've been looking for. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's break this down step by step. The Iraqi dinar has been trading at very low values for many years compared to major currencies like the US dollar. Right now, roughly 1,300 to 1,500 dinars equal $1. This rate has been stable for a long time, and many investors believe that stability might be setting the stage for a potential revaluation, or RV. A revaluation would mean Iraq's government officially increases the dinar's value, making it worth much more overnight. But is this just hype, or could it actually happen? To answer that, we have to look at the economic foundation. Iraq is sitting on some of the largest oil reserves in the world, around 140 billion barrels of crude. Oil exports make up about 95% of government revenue and more than half the country's total GDP. That's a massive source of strength for Iraq's economy. Over the past year, the country's oil output has climbed steadily, and with global oil prices remaining strong, Iraq has seen more money flowing into its treasury, one of the biggest signs of potential currency support. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Central Bank of Iraq has made multiple statements about its monetary policy this year, emphasizing its goal of keeping the exchange rate stable. They've also said they want to strengthen the dinar gradually over time. Notice that word, gradually. That's key. There's been no official confirmation of any major overnight revaluation, especially not to the tune of 448 per dinar. That number is being pushed by rumor sites and speculative forums, not official economic data. Most financial experts say that if the dinar were to appreciate in value, it would likely be slow, taking months or even years, not days. Big revaluations rarely happen in modern economies without major fundamental shifts. Iraq's economy is improving, but it's not yet at the level where a sudden leap to over $4 per dinar would make sense. Still, there are positive signs worth watching. Iraq's been paying down international debt, strengthening ties with the IMF and World Bank, and pushing forward with infrastructure projects that could modernize its economy. The government is also focusing on diversifying beyond oil, something long overdue, by investing in agriculture, technology, and local manufacturing. Each of these efforts builds the groundwork for long-term stability. There's also the diplomatic factor. Iraq's been improving its relations with regional neighbors and global trade partners. A stable political and security environment is key to supporting a stronger currency, and Iraq's progress here has been encouraging. The fewer internal disruptions, the more investor confidence grows. And that's what can help the dinar gain strength naturally. Of course, challenges remain. Corruption, bureaucracy, and uneven regional development still hold Iraq back. And since oil still drives nearly all revenue, any dip in oil prices can quickly impact the country's finances. Those risks are real, and they're part of why most economists caution against believing in sudden, dramatic revaluation predictions. Now let's talk about those viral claims of 448 per dinar. Where did that number even come from? Many of these stories originate from speculative blogs or social media accounts claiming to have inside sources. But the reality is, no official document, government statement, or verified financial report supports that figure. The central bank hasn't released any indication that a rate like that is under consideration. These rumors are designed to generate buzz, or in some cases to attract new investors to buy dinar based on unrealistic hopes. That's why it's crucial for dinar holders to stay grounded. Currency investing is inherently risky. If you already own dinar, remember, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Some investors have held onto their dinars for over a decade without seeing any major returns. A few have seen small gains during minor rate adjustments, but others have lost value once exchange fees and inflation were factored in. If you're thinking about buying dinar now, take your time. Research the dealer, make sure they're licensed, and understand all fees involved. Be skeptical of anyone promising guaranteed revaluation profits or claiming to know secret government timelines. That's a red flag. Legitimate financial professionals never promise returns on currency speculation. For those who genuinely believe in Iraq's long-term growth story, there are other ways to participate. International funds that invest directly in Iraqi infrastructure or businesses might offer exposure to the country's progress without the same level of risk as currency speculation. These can be more regulated and transparent. So where does that leave us today? Iraq's economic indicators are moving in a positive direction. Oil revenues are high, infrastructure is developing, and political stability has improved compared to a few years ago. These are real signs of progress. But again, that doesn't automatically mean a sudden 448 revaluation is around the corner. The more likely path is a slow and steady strengthening over time, assuming Iraq stays consistent with reforms and continues to attract investment. Patience is the name of the game. Currency movements don't happen overnight, and the dinar is no exception. For holders, it's important to stay informed and not let hype cloud judgment. Watch Iraq's foreign reserves, trade balance, and oil prices. Those are the true indicators that will shape the dinar's value. If you're following this market, stay realistic and stay safe. Don't base financial decisions solely on online chatter. Keep a long-term view and remember that speculation should never replace a balanced investment strategy. Diversifying across different asset types and regions will always protect you better than chasing one big RV dream. So, is Iraq really heading toward a 4.48 revaluation? The honest truth, there's no solid evidence. What we do see is steady, real progress, and that's what matters most. Iraq is rebuilding, reforming, and strengthening its economy step by step. And that's a good sign for the future, even if it's not the overnight jackpot many expect. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with other dinar holders or anyone curious about these rumors. Drop your questions and thoughts below. I read every comment and your input helps shape future videos. And before you go, check out dinaropinions.com. You'll find all the latest Iraqi dinar news, analysis, and updates from across trusted sources in one place. Stay informed, stay smart, and as always, thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar News. See you in the next update.